Good evening, afternoon, whatever, and welcome back to, whatever time of day it is. Welcome back to Musey's Modern Dreadfuls. Why don't you stay a while? Okay, before I go into our fabulous only two, not five, not three, possibly three. But anyway, it's going to be a two-parter. All kidding aside. Please subscribe, tap the bells, share, leave a comment, tell me what you think, or ask me a question, or tell me a certain type of story you want to hear. Like if you want to hear about ghosts or, I don't know, foreign creatures or what have you. Just let me know. In the meantime, grab your drink, get comfy, stay comfy, and the name of our story is I Was Offered a Position at a Secret Laboratory. Now I'm scarred for life. And the information will be, where we put all the information, so you know where to look. In the meantime, in 5, 4, 3, 2. So, I was a middle-aged biologist working in a rather large facility, studying the symbiotic and parasitic relationships between animals and the environment, when I received a letter in my mail. It complimented my work and offered me an amazing opportunity that in my current situation, the situation I was in right then, I could not refuse. I was already in pretty deep financially, and so I didn't need much convincing to accept the offer. The letter was simply the final push. To the esteemed Maxwell Flack. Hello, my name is Jasper, and I'm a lead scientist who has discovered something truly amazing. I have discovered a new and magnificent way to experiment with eugenics and the animal population, which would only further develop the world we live in today. I'm currently searching for a team of extraordinary scientists like yourself to further develop and spread out around the country and join me in my discovery, where you would be all at the forefront of an age of discovery. Through my observations, I've seen your works with animal interactions and am astounded at the brilliance of your work. I've rarely come across biologists who contribute so much to science, yet rarely see the light of fame. This is why I'm presenting you this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'm willing to offer a place at my facility in which you can aid me and the other scientists in perfecting this discovery of mastering eugenics. Of course, the work will have to be hidden from the public until everything is complete. But I can guarantee you this will be worth your time. As an incentive, I'll be willing to double your current salary and offer you high royalties to any publications you contribute to. Once again, Mr. Flack, this is an opportunity that you must not give up. However, the choice is yours. I've given you an address at the bottom of this letter that will lead you to my laboratory. As soon as you show up, our work shall begin. Jasper. Now, I'm ashamed to say, the thought that this was a scam or a fake completely flew over my head. As I said, I was desperate for some extra money to help pay rent and pay for groceries, etc. So I didn't even hesitate to think about the candidness behind the letter. I took one glance at the address, hopped in my car, and sped off towards it. The laboratory wasn't too far from where I lived, rather only a couple of hours east. By the time I reached the place, it was nearly 7 a.m. and the place seemed completely deserted. The building was located in the middle of the forest, low enough to stay hidden, yet wide enough to accommodate the needs of a dozen or so scientists. I didn't think too much about it because Jasper had said he wanted to keep the discovery hidden for a while, and truthfully, I didn't blame him, knowing what would happen if hints of this discovery were leaked to other scientists. I parked my car a little bit from the entrance and slowly walked over. Confused, I didn't know what was happening. I thought that maybe this was just a cruel prank. Now that I was standing all alone in the middle of the forest, I walked up to the door and gave it 2 knocks. After a moment, it creaked open, revealing a man in a long lab coat and thick glasses standing there. He took one glance at me and nodded to himself, almost like he was checking that I was Maxwell. He opened his mouth to speak, and a hoarse voice came out. "Mr. Flack, come with me. You're right on time." The man motioned me to follow him. "My name is Jasper, as you may know. I'm so glad you accepted my invitation." I walked alongside him, matching his pace to maintain a conversation. "I'm extremely excited to help you with your work, Jasper. I'm really in need of this money, so I'll be ready to research as much as I can." He only grinned in reply. "We must not waste time, Mr. Flack. Time is not necessarily on our side. Come, follow me down to the basement." He opened the door, revealing a long staircase masked by wisps of darkness. There was an odd smell coming from the room, which I placed as a new paint job? Yes. I was naive and susceptible, but I was desperate for an increase in my salary. Jasper motioned for me to close the door and quickly continued down the hallway. "Mr. Jasper? Where exactly are the other scientists that you mentioned in your letter? I thought there would be at least a few more. Surely the 2 of us cannot accomplish, as you've made it seem, this very tedious task. Once again, Jasper only smiled. And with that, I need to stop because otherwise I am going to be screaming at a poor little doggy that just needs some attention, but it's not my dog. So anyway, that's part 1. Sorry, you know, you're getting to know me, getting to know all about me. Anyway, all right. I admit it. I've had a little sugar today. Anyway, remember, I post twice weekly, and this again is called I Was Offered a Position at a Secret Laboratory. I'm now scarred for life. And part 2 will be up very soon. I post, or the team posts, twice weekly. I am debating adding my Patreon link from Muse Ingenue, which is family fun kind of stuff, to Musey's Modern Dreadfuls as well. I'm not sure. Actually, I haven't even shared the link with anyone. I only signed up so I could contribute. Because we all need to help. All the creators need to help each other out. Because if you just sit around and wait for YouTube to help you out, you could be waiting for a while. That's why I'm so glad that Dr. Creepin was like, sure, let's do a collab. And, thank you, Dr. Creepin. He's still my favorite. Well, I have to be one of my favorites too, because, you know, you gotta... Anyway, enough. I'm crazy. It's the sugar. I rarely eat processed sugar. And so, in the meantime, have dreams of yummy guava candies dancing in your head. I found them out of the blue, and they're actually quite delicious. And I will see you all very soon. All right, no extra little story this time, but maybe at the end of part 2. We'll see. All right, bye now.